What up, Steeler Nation? Steeler Nation, here we go. Can I get a here we go, Steelers? Put the here we go, Steelers in the chat, man. I'm feeling good right now. Feeling good right now. Only because it was a very interesting game to watch. Very interesting game to watch, but I'm feeling good about the win. However, that might not necessarily be exactly how I feel about the team. But we're going to get into it, man. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Terrible Towel post-game show. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, live from the Steel Basement, a.k.a. the virtual Heinz Field, and I am going to be quick today. Yes, I am. Let me explain to you guys why. It is Halloween. I have an 8-year-old. We're traveling over to my brother-in-law's neighborhood where we always do trick-or-treating, so I got to get in and get out. Plus, my other brother-in-law is actually here. Watch the game with us, Tony. My good brother Tony was here today over there at Leonard's house, so I definitely want to see Tony as well before he heads back home. So let's get in and get out, guys, and you got to bear with me tonight, all right? You know. And also, there's a special birthday wish I'm going to throw out there here in a moment as well before we get it cracking. So really quick, let me jump right into it. Let's say hello to the early commenters. Hello to Michael Garman, Mr. Winningham in the building, Ralph Fax, Wave Dave, Devil. Hello, Miss Lanisha. How you doing this evening? I know you're well. Charlie Brown, Steel Boy DePoy, Builder's Life. Who else we got? Brent Fox. Who else? Good brother Deron Smith. What's going on, Deron? Haven't seen you in a while. Is it Deron or Deron? I want to make sure I'm saying your name right, man. Rajon 39, King 419, Lance and Shield, JJ Walker. Who else we got in here? Luis D. And I say a few more names and then we'll get out of here. Leonard Green. What's up, Leonard? Joshua Shields. Brian Williams. Father-in-law Leonard L. Leonard Langley in the building as well. Just left his house. Football Mind 02, double back, and Sade. Hello, Miss Sade. How you doing this evening? Hope you are well as well. And Debbie. Hey, Miss Debbie. How you doing, Debbie? Glad to see you here as well. And yeah, we always love to see the ladies in the chat. Let's get right to it, shall we? All right, let me make sure I don't have anything. The Jets did actually beat the Bengals. So, oh, happy day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, first and foremost, before I get started, I want to give a huge round of applause to my big brother, Floyd, my cousin Floyd, who is just like a big brother. It is his birthday today, so I need you guys to say happy birthday, Floyd, in the chat. I need all y'all to do that. Great birthday for him today, a milestone birthday, if you will. I got to say, happy birthday, big bro. Love you, dog. You know how it is. You know, I wish I was still able to see you on a daily basis, you and my blood brother, you know, but of course we live in different states. But man, Floyd, happy birthday, man. I wish I was there with you on this one, but I need y'all to do that. I need y'all to say happy birthday to Floyd. Let's give a round of applause to big bro Floyd. Appreciate you guys doing that for me, man. And yeah, man, what a day. What a birthday gift he got. All right, let's get to it, man. Like I said, I can't be too long. So first thing we're going to start off with is the inactives today. First name on my list, Eric Ebron, which we already knew, but I'm going to get to him in a little bit. Yeah, Fryer moved showing his butt. But anyway, Eric Ebron was inactive. Ingram was inactive. Haskins, Buddy Johnson, Akilo Witherspoon, and Zach Banner, man. I thought Zach Banner was going to get an opportunity to play today, but he was inactive. And who was active was one Anthony McFarland, and we saw him play. So, you know, he didn't get a whole lot of touches, and it still kind of looked like to me they were doing the same things that we were doing with McFarland last season. I know it's too early to judge that yet, but, you know, he's just getting back into the fold, so hopefully his opportunity grows a little. All right, the next thing I want to put an emphasis on, man, is, well, let me come back to that, because y'all know I do my first series defense, first series offense, and then we'll roll, and then I'll come back to some key points, and I got some office visits for you guys. I got a very special office visit for today. Really quick, first defensive series, 6-yard pass to Hooper by the Cleveland Browns. Chubb rushes for 14 yards off the left side. Play action was missed to Jarvis Landry. Then Chubb comes back and rushes for 4 yards, brings up a 3rd and 6. Baker is able to pass the ball to Higgins for 16 yards to convert. Edmonds makes a tackle on Chubb for only a 2-yard gain on the very next play. Baker comes right back and he finds Bryant, one of the other tight ends, I believe, for a 12-yard pickup. Baker also finds Hooper for an 8-yard pickup. Then they hand the ball off to Landry. He picks up 5 yards. Then on a play-action pass to Hooper, it was dropped. He was wide open, butt naked open on that play, but he dropped the ball. Chubb was held for a 1-yard gain on the very next play, brought up a 3rd and goal from the 7, and then Baker Mayfield was sacked by Hayward, Watt, and Highsmith, and I gave Alex Highsmith the credit for forcing that sack. You know, he was the reason why the sack happened. The Browns are up 3-0. First offensive possession by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Harris rushes the ball on the first play for 3 yards. Steelers go empty. And you know I was complaining because I just get nervous when we go empty. I get nervous when we go empty because Ben usually has a predetermination. But hey, we went empty. We found Freiermuth. We picked up the first down, so I had to eat crow. Very next play, Harris rushes again for 3 yards. Harris rips off a solid run right up the middle on the very next play. I didn't get the yardage, but it was plus 10 yards if I remember correctly. Ben then misses Freiermuth on first down, hit both of his hands, so I feel like got to catch that move, but it is what it is. Then here comes the pitch out to Anthony McFarland, only picks up 1 yard. I did notate that Kevin Dotson missed the block on that play, brings up a 3rd and 9. Chooks gets called for an illegal formation, which brings up a 3rd and 4, and at that point, 3rd and 14. And at that point, Ben throws the ball in the middle of the field, but we couldn't pick up the first down, and the Steelers are forced to punt. All right? So now let me get through the key moments. And again, guys, I'm going to be very quick because I have to get in and get out today, so let's get to it. Key moments of the game. Steelers are we force a 3rd and 6, I can't even read my own writing here. Force a 3rd and 6, and Baker finds Jarvis Landry for 21 yards. Steelers then stopped the Browns short of the first down. We brought up a 3rd and 2 to end the first quarter. And then the Steelers stuffed the 4th down run by the Browns. And T.J. Watt came from his side of the defense all the way over to the other side to help get that tackle for loss on Nick Chubb. And I actually notated here, I thought that was an interesting call by the Browns. Not, saying that it's new that they would go for it in that situation, but I don't understand them kind of running wide on that play. The Browns generally have success running up the middle. I would have thought if they were going to run it on a short situation like that, they would run it up the middle. But needless to say, they strung it out. TJ helped to chase it down. Steelers get the ball. So that's a turnover. Second offensive possession by the Steelers. The Steelers run a halfback screen to Harris. Wasn't any real blocking on the play, but he picked up about 6 yards there. All right. Steelers convert a 3rd and 2, finding Claypool in the middle of the field. Notice how many times I'm going to say that today. Then we had a nice play fake. It was a nice pitch to Anthony McFarland, and we passed to Deontay Johnson, who was wide open on the sideline. And it's funny because watching the TV view, I'm screaming at the TV. I'm like, Ben, he's open. I'm talking about Washington. Washington was open. But Deontay Johnson was actually open in better position and a little further than Washington. So that was a great play there. But I thought it got a little sneaky. That's a little Matt Canada. See, Matt Canada will throw you some wrinkles here and there. It was the fake pitch out to McFarland. Remember, earlier in the game, on the first drive, we ran the pitch out to McFarland. So I thought it was creative that they faked it to him, and, I guess you would consider that play action, and he found Deontay Johnson. But Washington gets called for holding on the trick play to Ray Ray. Remember that play? Backed us up. Then Kendrick Green is called for holding, which negates a big run by Najee on the left side. Then the Browns were called for a personal foul on the same play. Then I put here Big Ben is sacked on 3rd down. We are unable to pick up the first down with Muth, and the Steelers are forced to kick the field goal. At that point, it's 3-3. Steelers then force a 3rd and 10 on the Browns, and Baker Mayfield misses Higgins, and the Steelers were able to get off the field with a 3 and out. Again, there were a lot of misses and drops by either Baker Mayfield missing or drops by receivers of the Cleveland Browns. Third offensive possession. Ben takes it, shot downfield on first down. We're unable to connect with Deontay Johnson. And I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to taking a shot on a 1st and 10 or something like that. I usually have more issue with it when it's 3rd and short. But we were unable to connect to Deontay. We tossed the ball out to Najee Harris. Second down, he loses 3 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 13. Chooks is called for holding. And it would have been a first down. Wouldn't have been a first down either way because I put here, at that point, we weren't going to get the first down because we were stopped short anyway, but you got to notate the fact that it was a holding. Steelers go 3 and out, but it was a nice big punt by Presley Harvin. Taco Charlton shows up on the next series and helped warmly to get a sack. Even though Baker Mayfield kind of gave himself up, Taco Charlton kind of forced the action there, and Chris Wormley is able to come up with the sack. The Steelers are able to get them in a 3rd and 15, and the Steelers are able to get off the field, forcing a 3 and out again. Ray McLeod fumbles on the next punt return, but fortunate enough, Justin Lane was able to recover it, and there was a penalty on the play as well. We ran into the kicker. I can't remember who did it. I think it might have been Snell, but I think that was a very ticky-tacky call, but it is what it is. 4th offensive possession, the Steelers lose 3 yards on a pitch out to Balaj. And it's interesting, and I'm not even mad at this, guys, even though it's not getting a lot of yards right now. I'm cool with the toss and pitch outs because we didn't run a lot of those with Randy Fietner. And I think sometimes you want to get these guys in space, get some blocks out in front of them. So even though they didn't really gain yards today, I have seen games where we did gain yards on it. So I'm cool with mixing that in and making that a part of the game plan, especially a guy like McFarland if you get him on the edge and let him go to work. But anyway, that particular play was shut down for a loss of 3. Ben is able to find Deontay Johnson on the 3rd and 9, right at the sticks. And then Canada calls a reverse off of the jet sweep. A reverse to Claypool. So we ran the jet sweep to Ray, pitched it to Claypool, picked up 17 yards. That was a great play. Good. Again, another little wrinkle there by Matt Canada. Then Ben gets sacked by Garrett. Dan Moore gets beat badly, and Dan Moore was having a bad day. He really was, and we'll get to it in a moment. But Steelers were then facing the 3rd and 17. And from there, the Steelers fake a field goal. Coach Tomlin, can you please step into my office, sir? First office visit of the year. Coach Tomlin, please come on in here. Boy, do I have to talk to you, sir. Mr. Tomlin, first of all, let me say this. I really like you as the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. In my opinion, you are a great coach for this organization. I like you a lot. I support you a lot. You have your woes like everybody does, right? Nobody's perfect. A lot of times I take up for you because I think sometimes you're unfairly judged, or sometimes people just don't like you. And let's be fair. Sometimes it has nothing to do with your coaching, why they don't like you, okay? It has something to do with the position you're in and who you are in that position. But Mike Tomlin, sir, can you please explain to me why you went for that? Why in the world did you go for a fake punt? Excuse me. See, it was so crazy, I can't even say the right word. It wasn't a fake punt. It was a fake field goal. It was 4th and 8. 4th and 8. And do you know what that means? That means that we can't run for it. It's a pass for sure. Because Boswell ain't running 8 yards, which is more than 8 yards because he's so far behind the line. But why at that moment would you go for a fake field goal when the score is 3-3 in a tight game that your defense is doing their job? We get the ball back to start the half. If you score right there, we potentially go up 6-3, and we have a hope of coming down in the second half and getting points. And as much as I like you as a coach, and I love you as a coach and respect you and think you are a great coach, yes, that's my opinion of you, Mike Tomlin. This one, I have to put blame right on you. But it's okay, because I don't coach the team. I'm not perfect either. Because later on in the game, I'm going to tell you something that I was wrong on. But bruh, Mr. Tomlin, I have no words. I had no words. And see, I'm not phony. You know why? Because if we would have scored on that, I still would have said, why did we go for that? See, I stick in my opinion. Whether that would have worked or not, I am not results biased. I did not understand that. I never will. Tracy Wolfson asked him about it, and she said his reply was, we wanted to be aggressive. You know what? I got to respect you standing on your own too, 10 toes, and you went with your gut. You always say that. You go with your gut. And listen, it didn't cost us the game, but I just don't understand it. That's one I have to call you out on, Coach. Sir, I have no words. I have no words. All right, I thank you for coming into my office, sir. Yowza. But unlike some of you guys that are gonna say he's the worst coach, and I mean, one of Tony's friends was texting him the whole, oh, see, that's your coach? Yeah, it is my coach. They make bad decisions sometimes. So what? Like, that's what kills me about the Tomlin detractors. It's like he can't do nothing. And you see, I'm a Tomlin supporter, and you see, I just ripped him one. Because that was a dumb decision. It is what it is. You can criticize someone that you like. But man, Coach T, have mercy, Percy. I don't know what you was doing on that one, bro. Well, anyway. Fortunate enough, it didn't cost us anything because TJ Watt gets a sack on Baker Mayfield, forces them to punt, and the half ends. But here's the problem. Hold on, I almost forgot. Coach T, please, can you come back in here? Can you come back in here for another moment, please? I almost let you off the hook. Whoa, I almost forgot. Mike T. Not only did we not convert it, you got your kicker hurt. Chris Boswell had to leave the game. Oh my God. We had no kicker. No kicker. He's in concussion protocol. So that decision has really cost us. But hey, we won the game. So it takes a little bit away from it. But whoa, Nelly, as they say. Wow. What a costly decision. All right, Coach. But good game, sir. You brought your guys ready to play because you know what they say, right, Coach? You know what they say. They say some weeks you don't do that, which is crazy to me. I don't understand why anyone thinks that about any NFL coach or player that they ain't ready to play. That's just a thing that the media and fans have created based off of what they see. They not ready to play. But since that's the game that we play, you had your boys ready to play today. That defense showed up. So, gentleman's handshake to that one. Great job. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. Second half. Fifth possession of the game, the possession that we may have been able to have the lead had we kicked the field goal. Najee picks up 5 yards on first down. Ben Den has a bad throw to Deontay Johnson on 2nd and 5. Y'all know when I always say I would like to see us continue to run the ball in some series, maybe not all, but in some series, I like to see us run back-to-back runs when we pick up 4 or more yards on first down. This was a key one. Because, again, listen to this. Najee, first down, 5-yard pickup. Ben has a bad throw to Deontay Johnson on 2nd down, and then Ben almost threw a pick. Y'all remember that? He threw it into triple coverage on 3rd and 5. Even Tony Romo was like, whoa, that's just a bad decision. What? And see? You see what I'm saying? Trying to force it into the middle of the field, even though I'm happy that we're doing that as far as middle of the field. But in that case, it was like you was locked on Deontay the whole time. Triple coverage, folks. And it could have easily been picked off. But I just wish in some of those scenarios when you running the ball successfully, run it again. Because we've done that some weeks. Run it again. You got a successful run on first down. Run again on 2nd down and see if you can make it even more manageable or pick up the first down. And that cost us. But anyway, very next drive, 2 plays that the Cleveland Browns picked up plus 20 yards on. Explosive plays. Steelers defense was called for holding. I felt like it was a bad call in that situation. Then TJ Watt was lined up against Jarvis Landry. And we were playing base defense. They caught us in base defense. That definitely wasn't a good matchup. And then Landry was able to pick up 16 yards. Off of that, I believe. There was a missed tackle on 2nd and goal on Dearness, and he cuts back on Bush and Minka. So remember that play? You know, we kind of had it blown up. Devin Bush had him dead to rights. He kind of took a bad angle there. You know, he didn't square up. You know, and again, you may want to ask yourself when we go back and look at the film, who had that inside leverage? But still, I felt like Devin Bush, you know, I saw the play twice so far. I felt like he took the wrong angle there, man. And it just, you know, him and Minka got cut back on by Dearness Johnson, and they go in and they score. Second office visit, and it's only 2 today. Devin Bush, come in here really quick. I'm going to be really quick with you because I got to be in and out here today. Come on in here. Come on, man. I need you to get it together. I don't want to beat you up too much. You're coming off of a catastrophic injury. I understand that. But, Mr. Bush, I'm just not seeing... I'm not seeing the routine plays made. What's that thing that Tomlin says always time? We got to make... what did I just say there? I just said some real weird words right there. What I was trying to say was, what's that thing that Tomlin says all the time? I don't know what I said before, but again, I have no shame. This is live. I got tongue twisted. He always says you have to make the routine plays routinely. Devin, you're not doing it. Again, I know you're coming off of the knee. I get it. So I'm not going to throw you out with the bathwater. Not just yet. But I still just need to see more. Because that stuff right there, like taking bad angles, I don't think that got nothing to do with that knee. Maybe it does. But I'm not seeing your instincts. Maybe that's the word. I'm not seeing the same level of instinctive play that you started showing. And again, maybe you're being tentative because you're not so confident with you getting to certain spots. That's fair. But I need you to pick it up, man. It's week 8, okay? It's week 8. I need you to pick that thing up. Because right now, you're looking like, you know what I mean? I'm not able to tell the difference when it's you out there versus Spillane. I'm going to keep it a buck. Right now, I can't tell the difference. There's no drop-off. And that's not good, my brother. When you a first-round pick, again, injury and all that, I get it. I'm just saying, Jack Burns. For those of you guys that know what that means, I'm the Jack Burns in this situation. My eyes on you. I'm watching. All right, let's keep it moving, man. So they're able to score the touchdown, and I don't have much more here. Let me fly through these. 6th possession. Steelers are faced with a 3rd and 5, and Ben converts with a 12-yard pass to Deontay Johnson. Steelers are then faced with a 4th and 1, and we're able to convert with a run by Najee Harris. Good to see that we have more confidence in running in the short yard situation. Nice pickup of 22 yards on that drive as well by Freiermuth. Again, the reason why I have this kid in the thumbnail, and y'all know the real reason why he's in there. We'll get to that. The Browns, Muth was able to break a tackle. Remember that one? It was like a quick throw. I think we were in the empty. We kind of threw it out to the flats to Freiermuth. He broke a tackle. I think our man, and Kenya knows, Delpit. He was able to break free from Delpit, picked up 22 yards, so that was cool. Steelers score with a run by Najee Harris out of the pistol. And that was a great play call, and I notated here, it was a super light box. Leonard would tell y'all, if he's here, I know he's here, he would tell y'all, I was saying, yo, run it. Even before the play started, because I saw that box. And Najee putting on his best Superman performance, and he kind of dives, as he's running into the end zone. But that was a nice play call right there against that box. And again, out of pistol. I like that. Let's keep continuing to give different looks. I like that. Steelers go for the 2-point conversion because at this point they didn't trust Harvin to kick the extra point. Steelers convert with a run by Ben Roethlisberger. Hold on, man. I got to throw a round of applause to Ben. Now, the reason why I'm throwing a round of applause to Ben, because isn't this funny? Didn't Kenyon and Destiny just debate about this? Basically saying we don't have a quarterback that's going to run. That came up in the midst of their debate. That wasn't the whole debate, but it kind of came out where we all was like, well, we know we don't have a guy that's going to run in an RPO as a quarterback option, or he's just not going to take off and run. And lo and behold, that formation that we put out there spread everybody out, and Ben Roethlisberger ran the quarterback draw and got the 2. Except Kendrick Green is called for holding. Bad call right there, Kendrick Green. Call for holding, backs us up, and then we go for the 2-point conversion again. Dan Moore gets beat again by Myles Garrett, is able to hit Ben, and needless to say, we're unable to do anything from that point. Score is now 10-9. Next possession by the Browns. Cam Sutton gets a nice tackle for loss on Nick Chubb. Joe Hayden, nice pass defense on second down, which is forced a 3rd and 12. And then the Browns were able to pick up 11. They were put in a situation where it was 4th and 1. Browns attempt to draw the Steelers off sides. The Steelers hold. So, once again, Steelers didn't jump. They were only able to convert 11 on the 3rd and 12. On 4th and 1, they decided to punt, and that's another 3 and out for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. 7th possession. Steelers go with the play action to Gentry to start the drive for a solid pickup. Steelers pick up another 20 yards with a dump off to Najee, and off of a play action, I might add. Steelers run the ball on 3rd and 5 to convert. That is huge, and I marked it in bold on my document here. We ran the ball on 3rd and 5, folks. Did you hear what I just said? We ran the ball on 3rd and 5 and converted. I think the confidence is starting to grow with the run game, but that was beautiful to see. Now, I know some fans might not catch that. You might not be as geeky as me when it comes to paying attention to what's actually happening in the field and formation and yada, yada, yada. That is significant. That we were able to not only pick it up, but we had the guts enough to say we're running this thing on 3rd and 5. Because we've seen other teams do it. We saw Seattle run on us. Remember on that 3rd and long, and Homer picked it up? Now we starting to develop a little bit of an identity where it seems like maybe we might be a run-first team, sorta. It looks like it could be getting back to that balance, but we'll see. But anyway, we convert there. The Browns get called for defensive holding on that drive. Next play, Dotson gets called for a holding. Backed us up really far, but then Ben finds Gentry wide open, butt naked open in the middle of the field to convert, and that was on 1st and 20. Well, where did he find him? Middle of the field. Ben was working the middle of the field today. Ben comes right back and finds Claypool on the next play. And Claypool was able to muscle his way down to the 2-yard line. The Steelers, at that point, were unable to score early in the drive, and they were faced with a 4th and goal from the 2. And then that boy, Pat Freiermuth, the Muth, as I call him. Boy, Ben puts it in a spot. Great coverage by the safety. Great coverage. Had his hand in there, but Muth was able to stick with it. It bobbled a little bit, got it in. And did you see, like my man Shaq would say, did you see the feet work? I love when Shaq says that, but did y'all see the feet work by Freiermuth? And this is a kid coming from college where all you need is one. Did you see the feet work and concentration? And they say the boy don't drop nothing in the red zone. Well, it looked like to me the boy don't drop nothing in the end zone. Beautiful catch by Pat Freiermuth, the Muth, as I call him. And there you go. Steelers unable to convert the 2-point conversion. And again, no confidence in Presley Harvin kicking the extra point, man. Listen, Tomlin, man, I hope this doesn't really come back to hurt us. And again, I don't hate coaches for making one bad decision here or whatever, but this one just could have huge ramifications. Hopefully not, but sometimes, man, a bad decision has, insult to injury is added to it, and that is definitely the case here. But anyway, the Steelers at that point go up to 15-10, and there's really nothing else really to cover here, man. And, I noted on the next drive, Landry fumbled. We were able to force the fumble on him. I think it was Schobert. How ironic. He used to play with the Browns. And also on the 8th possession, the Steelers go 3-and-out, man. And I wrote here, they did nothing on the turnover. We looked for Deontay Johnson, which, I did want to note this. Ben found Deontay Johnson. Remember on that play? It was a quick crossing pattern. He threw it to Deontay, and it looked like he was going to easily run and get the first down. I don't know how far downfield, but it didn't look like, he's going to get the first down. And what a great tackle by the corner for the Browns. But I notated here, does Juju get that first down? Not comparing the two, I'm just saying. These are situations where maybe Juju is missed. Those are situations where normally Ben finds Juju. Work in the middle or running the drag route or what have you. And the reason why I said, does Juju get that? Because Juju going to throw that stiff arm out there. Maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't, but that's what he's going to attempt. Where in this case, Deontay was just trying to use his speed, which is cool, but the corner made a great play. But I wanted to pause and notate that. Does Juju get that first down in that key situation? Next after that, excuse me, the Steelers are called for roughing, and I thought that was going to do us in, man. They called a bad roughing call on Highsmith. But then, once again, Highsmith comes back, atones for that mistake, gets a tackle for loss on Chubb, brings up a 3rd and 11, and then Higgins is called for a false start, which brings up a 3rd and 16. Steelers forced a 4th and 12, and Steelers able to get off the field with yet another drop by Jarvis Landry. So Jarvis Landry had a bad game in this game. And then the 9th possession, man, the Steelers get really aggressive, and here it is. It was a minute and change on the clock. And here's again, if I'm the coach, I'm like, don't you pass that ball. Ask Leonard. I looked at Leonard, I said, Leonard, Ben bet not pass. We better run. Make them use those timeouts. But what do? Matt Canada and maybe Mike Tomlin. I don't know, because people say Mike Tomlin has his hand in all of the calls or whatever, has to be approved. I don't know. But Matt Canada gets aggressive. 2nd and 9. Quick slant to Deontay Johnson. That put the game on ice. And the only reason why I bring that up too is because, again, Tomlin said he faked the field goal because they wanted to be aggressive. He said they. So that must have been the game plan today. I still don't agree with the fake, but I'm saying, seeing how we ended the game and we got aggressive and went with that slant instead of being conservative and running the football, that iced the game. Got to throw a round of applause for the coaching staff, at least being aggressive when we needed to be aggressive. All right, guys, so I only got a few more things to say, and we're at about 34 minutes, so I sped through this one as fast as I could, and I'm going to get up out of here. But key takeaways, man. Ben work in the middle of the field. I like that. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that, mixing up where we're going with the football so teams can't just, line up and say, he's going to go outside the numbers. So it was good to see us work in the middle of the field. Garrett and Clowney was causing real problem for both of our tackles. Chooks and Dan Moore was just getting worked over. And do we want to say part of it, the reason is because Myles Garrett is a phenomenal pass rusher? Sure, you got to give him his credit. You have to. We also could say, well, Dan Moore's a rookie and, he couldn't handle the superstar. That's fair. I'm just pointing it out. Myles Garrett was causing fits. And so was Jadeveon Clowney. He was causing some fits on the other side. The tackles were getting worked. What's funny? Kendrick Green didn't have as bad of a game outside of the holding, but I don't really remember, and I'm going to go back when I see the All-22, I'll double-check this, but I don't really recall a lot of pressure coming up the middle. So those guys on the inside played fairly well, if I remember correctly. I got to go back and look, but they had a better game pass protection-wise. Kevin Dotson Kenyon was right, man, on Tuesday. Let's keep watching Kevin Dotson. Kevin Dotson hasn't displayed what I thought he would so far. And again, I'm not down on him yet either, because unlike some fans, I recognize that all these guys are young. And just like Kenyon said on Tuesday, it's not going to fix itself in a year. We got to give these guys time. But it's fair for us to, just assess it. Here's another interesting stat. The Steelers defense held the Browns to -6 yards in the second quarter, all the way through 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the quarter. And they may have got a few more yards after that, right around the end. But up until the 1 minute and 45 second mark of the second quarter, they were held to -6 yards. Steelers defense was balling. So, this was a good game, man. However, I will speak more on Tuesday. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts because I know y'all are waiting to know what I think the team is. I'll give you a preview here. It looks like we're going to have a lot of down and dirty type games like today. I'm really concerned, man, that our offense is just not explosive enough for me to think that we can make a deep run. It's just not. Could that change? Maybe. I don't know. But again, there's 7 games on display, and we're seeing the same thing. The run game has started to come alive a little more. Let me check my stats, but I think Najee ended up with almost 90 yards on the ground. So the run game in terms of sustaining a run and in terms of having success has definitely improved. But still, I still don't quite feel like our offense gets it done enough, man, in terms of points. And we start too slow, guys. We start way too slow. You got to start thinking about it from this standpoint. What happens when we're facing these teams that get off to fast starts? Even Cleveland got off to a fast start on that first drive. We need to get more of that. We've only had like one game this season so far that we went right down and either scored or just had a solid drive to open the game. And we can't continue doing that. Najee, 26 touches for 91 yards. Okay, not the greatest average, but okay. But again, I don't like that 26 carries, man. Not saying I don't want him to carry the ball that much, but I would like to see us be able to split some more of those reps. Ben Roethlisberger was 22 of 34 for 266 yards, no interceptions. Could have had one, but no interceptions and a 1 touchdown. What did I say? You keep Ben Roethlisberger from throwing the ball 40 or more times, the Steelers have better chances to win the game. But again, not enough explosive plays, folks. We're not an explosive offense, and I just don't feel like we can get that far this year. I could be wrong, and I would love to be wrong. But we got this game out the way. This was a much-needed game to keep us somewhat in the hunt in the division. We're 1-1 in the division now, and Cincinnati lost to an AFC opponent. So, we're right in the mix. But I just don't know. And hopefully I'm proved wrong, and we got another, winnable game coming up. So we'll see. But like I said, we'll talk more Tuesday, man. I'll sit here for maybe 3 more minutes, if that, and see what you guys have. And I'll sit here. I'll stay here until about 5. It's 4:55 right now, so I'll sit here until 5 to answer to some of you guys' comments, and then we'll get out. Let me just check and see if my brother Tony is still over at Lennox, because I definitely want to say what's up to him before he goes back. What y'all got, man? What y'all got? Oh, we got a donation. Thank you, Luis D. Round of applause. He says, got to give a shout out to the O-line when it comes to opening a little run lanes for Najee against the number 1 D. Also, are you surprised Zach didn't play? I am, man. I am. I'm a little surprised, and I don't want to say concerned because he's activated, but I really would like to know why he did not play. I really would like to know that. Maybe they didn't want to throw him into action like that, facing off that caliber defense. Maybe that's what it is. It's very possible. He's probably has some rust You know, if I'm a coach, maybe I don't put him out there against that type of defense. So maybe that's what it is. But, you know, I definitely did question why he didn't play. And I think he will more than likely play next week. T-Dogs. Oh, that's what I forgot to read. Thank you, T-Dog. He says flags got in the way some points offensively, a lot of which were ticky-tack. Yeah, let me read that. We had way too many penalties, man. Again, Chooks, illegal formation, Washington holding. Kendrick Green are holding. Chooks called for holding. Kendrick Green called for holding again on the 2-point conversion. That was costly. Dotson called for a holding in the fourth quarter. Highsmith called for roughing, and that was under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So some of them were ticky-tack, man, but we got to acknowledge it. We got to definitely clean those penalties up. Miss Debbie says, okay, she's having a debate with Still Blitz. Let me see if I can find out what Still Blitz said. He says, we don't have enough playmakers. Okay, so let's read Debbie's opinion, her reply, rather. Still Blitz, I disagree. There are playmakers on the team. The offense is getting, what? Oh, gelling. The offense is gelling yet. Dante, Chase, Juju, Moof, and all playmakers, even when Ben is on, is one. Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what? It's funny, Debbie, because me and Leonard were kind of having a similar conversation. He was saying, I don't know, maybe our receivers. And I was like, no, we got guys. We got playmakers. We got decent guys out there. You know, I don't think they're the problem. Deontay Johnson can be a playmaker. Claypool can definitely be a playmaker. Muth is going to be a playmaker. He made an excellent play today. We got playmakers, man. We're just not that explosive, it seems. Nate Drew says, hey, Sim, yes, I agree with needing more explosive plays, but if the defense keeps opponents under 15 points, the offense just needs to be consistent with drives and can do enough to win games. But that's the problem, Nate Drews, and I definitely appreciate your comment. I don't have the confidence that we'll be able to do that week in and week out. They played great today, and we'll see. Listen, I could be wrong. But I definitely do feel like there are more teams that we'll be facing that have more explosive offenses, which it sounds crazy to say that, right? Because Cleveland has been an explosive offense. But I just feel like, man, I don't know. I need to see us consistently do that. You know? I just need to see us consistently do that. And I don't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not down on them. A couple more, guys. It's almost 5 o'clock, and I'm going to cut it off right at 5, roughly. It's 4:59, so let me read one or two more. Why Diggy says, good thing the Steelers get extra day. Hopefully Boswell clears protocol by then. Yeah, I hope so, man, because, boy, he got yoked, didn't he? And why wasn't that called roughing? I wonder why that couldn't have been a roughing-esque type of thing, or unnecessary roughness, if you will. Let's see. Somebody else. Q says Gentry is making plays too. He is. Let's definitely not discount him. Sean Epperson says he likes the coat. Appreciate it, man. It's just a zip up. Let me show y'all the back, man. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you the back real quick. I don't know if I can, but look. Can you see it? Maybe I have to take it off. So give me a second. Show y'all the back. It's got that old school writing on it. Since you said you liked it, now I figure I'll show it to you. See that? It's got that old school, like the old school patches on it. I like this thing, man. And it's funny, I should have wore that hat. My wife bought me a Steelers hat a few years ago, and yeah, I hoard Steelers stuff. I haven't worn it, not one time. But remember that year, it's the black brim and the gray top, and it's got the Steelers in white. It matches this perfect. Should have wore that today, but I didn't. But appreciate that. But also, man, oh man, y'all see the sweat under there? Who else realer than me, man? I don't be embarrassed or anything. I share everything with y'all. But yeah, man, I'll definitely be rocking this bad boy tonight while my son is out there doing his thing. Because there's a lot of Steelers fans too over there in my brother-in-law's neighborhood. But all right, man, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Hold on real quick. Dwayne Williams says, according to Gene, the hit on Boz was rough in the past. Yeah, see? It should have been a roughing. Leonard Green says the refs have been really giving us the business this season. They have. They have, man. They have. But all right, man, let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. I will see you guys definitely on Tuesday. Y'all know that's when the phone calls already. So I'm going to have it wide open for you guys. Phone number is there on the screen. So for anybody who's new watching and wondering why a phone number is there and maybe you called it and it didn't work, it's there just so you guys can get familiar with the phone line. But I open the calls up on Tuesdays. Terrible Towel Tuesday is when I do a light recap of the game, but then the majority of the show is you guys expressing your thoughts and opinions. And also, what I will be giving to you guys on Tuesday is my full thoughts about what I think this team is and isn't. But yeah, happy Halloween to everyone who celebrates that type of thing. I mean, as I've gotten older, it's kind of like, it's a fun thing for the kids and whatever. But if you guys are going out with your kids or if you're just going out in general, be safe out there tonight because there's still idiots in the world, man, that do stupid stuff. So I would just say be safe. If you're taking your kids out, take all of your safety protocols like we're going to be doing and things of that nature. And I hope you guys have a great night and watch some football tonight as well if you get a chance to do that. And yeah, man, what a great day. What a great day. We won. The Bengals lost. The Browns lost, obviously. Yeah. Great day so far, man. So there was a nice win. And again, it almost came back to bite us with that Boswell thing because had we lost that game, they would have smeared Tomlin in the media. And they might still do it, but it kind of gets a pass with the win. But had we lost, come on, T. I don't know why you did that, Mike T, but it is what it is. You still my coach. But all right, man, you guys look at this people. Look at these people. Y'all see that? These webcam people, y'all kill me with that, man. Let me go ahead and end this thing. Hope everyone stays safe. God bless. Good night. Thank you for tuning in to the Terrible Towel post-game show, Week 8 versus the Browns. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for Terrible Towel Tuesday. Peace.